Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Horizon Forbidden West. So last time we came to this area because there was a distress
Get back up top and deal with that other spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
He's almost certainly fighting the dude. Yeah, we came here to search for a distress signal, and we found. They called themselves Beta, who is another Elisabet Sobek clone. And she has stolen...
Aloy!
Aaron!
Yeah, the spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight, I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
And yeah, she has stolen the Far Zenith's Gaia
Oh, that doesn't sound
backup.
right. I gotta get to Aaron.
What do you think I'm doing? Make sure I got the right weapon out.
Aaron, I'm here.
Hey, buddy.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down
Shields
the center.
down! It's on the move.
I got
Stay
your back,
put.
Aloy.
I'll see what I can do.
And the second you need me, I'm there.
Got it!
Don't get that
Acid's all
stuff
over
on
it.
you.
Didn't we tell him to stay back? He appears to be stood
Get
next to
out
me.
of there.
Dude, I just fought one of these things. I know what I'm doing. Apparently I don't know how to change weapons. Press the wrong button every time.
And they went boom. And I can keep this going. Take it like a man.
What hit me? I'm stuck. Really don't know what happened to me then.
Aloy, for you. Let's dent some metal. Aloy,
Sweet.
you okay?
I am okay.
I'll take this one. Now we're talking.
I rolled, but I needed to delay my roll. This one's weaker than the other one. I'm sure it is.
Covered in an acid.
Look at that thing.
Or maybe it's just because Erin's helping.
You need help, Aloy?
Need health. Oh. I've got no healing left. Awkward.
You got
I
a
might kill
weak
it.
spot. Who's next?
I have health potions. I forgot they were a thing.
Aloy, you need. It's done for.
Okay. Is that his gun? Can I have his gun?
Aloy, she's. Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
I want to loot the Spectre first, please.
You two, go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
I'm glad she said that.
If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
So I want to loot this guy.
Snow crunch under my boots.
I also want to have a run around. See if there's any more medicinal herbs, because I used so much healing. I would rather like... Of course the Starker Dark Gun is still here, and I could have used it in this fight. Oh well, I didn't need it. Really not heals out here. Where's the gun? Is it this pile of goop? It's not that pile of goop. Where'd the gun go? Oh, that gun. I thought she wanted to look at the Spectres gun. She wanted to look at this one that is now no longer on fire.
No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing.
Let's hope so.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Has anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Why don't you check the cache? Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that ale.
Oh. Hope it didn't get stained.
Well, this is just a bunch of loot. Oh. I thought that was my stash. But it's not. It's just a bunch of loot. Where's my stash? Is this my room? Yeah, here we go. Restock all categories. Here we go. Right, now I'm going to look at this stuff, because sure, why not?
This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home.
I liked him too. Why can I examine it again?
When I met Hikaru, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. But Vashav was right. Hikaru wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance.
I sure hope so.
My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now. When Varl found me after the Hades Proving Lab, I thought I saw Rost. I don't think he'd understand any of this. Or what I have to do. But still. Wish he was here.
I get that. Okay, more talking to people.
Is your focus acting up again?
Nah, it's fine.
I can take a look if you want.
Nah. Usually works if I just flick it a few times with my thumb.
Yeah, of course it does, Errand.
Errand? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
'Cause there's two of me now.
Right, there's two of you now. At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
That seems fair.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
Did he make it?
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
I know you will. You're trying your best. That's all we can ask for.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
You know me. I only cause the maximum amount of trouble I can.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe.
We'll find out soon, hopefully.
You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those Stormbirds in line. I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
Thank you. I hope it does too. Where's Katalo?
Where'd Katalo go?
That's what I wanted to know. Oh well. Where did they say they were? They down here. Guessing that's what this marker is.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay.
I sure did. What's up, buddy?
She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
That sounds about right. Zenith plan for Earth?
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that.
I'm glad. Your role in the Zenith plan?
The Zeniths needed Elisabet's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
The extinction signal?
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elisabet Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well, surprise.
About the Zeniths.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know.
Verbena's now dead, right? That's the one that was at the site where we found Beta? Zenith base?
You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. but I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus, infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
The Zenith Colony? I keep calling it Zenith because that's how I would pronounce it, but the Zenith Colony?
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age too.
I have a suspicion that that might be a lie and that these guys got ejected from the colony. Because these guys don't exactly seem like the nicest people. So I'm wondering if in fact the colony still survives and these are a rogue faction that somehow got exiled from the planet and now they're coming back to try and take this planet. Your escape?
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
Opportunity to escape?
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done.
She's smart, but you'd expect that from Elisabet Sobek clone. Your origins?
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elisabet's DNA.
I doubt Elisabet would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
The archive?
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating.
Well, I'll let you rest then.
Alright, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...?
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location. Of course not.
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, are gonna die.
Hey, calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay, well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
We should. But I'm thinking I might end the episode here and do all that talking. What's behind the wall? And yeah, do the next set of talking at the beginning of next episode. So, next time out, we will speak to Gaia
I just think she talks a lot.
and show her this weapon fragment and see what we've got to do next.
Everything.
If you enjoyed this
She
one,
can also crank out
hit the
a
like button
whole
below,
army of machines
or let
to
me know
keep
what you
her
thought in the
sorry
comments,
behind when she's
and join
fixed.
us next time
Well, I guess I
for
should
the
better
next
stay
one.
on her good side then.